Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. Today I'm going to share with you how to create these beautiful cards. They're Easter cards and oh my goodness, they remind me so much of spring. Right now we just have shoveled out from 10 inches of snow this past storm, and so I'm really needing a little burst of spring. And here it is, my little burst of spring that I'm going to share with you today. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to need a Tangerine Tango piece of paper cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then we will also need some Venetian Romance paper. It has the Tangerine Tango color throughout it, and I just love it. It's going to look so good on this card. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 inches. It's just 1/4 inch down from the base card. I'm going to use a little bit of our multi-purpose liquid glue here from Stampin' Up, and we'll just set this right on here. Now you do want to pay attention to the wording. If you use this exact piece of Designer Series paper, you want to make sure that the wording is not upside down, because that can easily happen. Then for the inside panel, Very Vanilla paper, and that's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then on the bottom, I like to put a little strip of Coordinating Designer Series paper, so that's cut at 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And I've gone ahead and done that already. I've got that ready to go. So we'll just use a little bit of snail, and we can glue that down into the inside panel of our card, like so. And now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. Let's grab our stamp panels. We're going to use some Stampin' Up! Watercolor paper, cut at 2 3/4 by 4 inches. The next piece of paper under that will be our matte layer. This is 2 7/8 inches by 4 1/8 inches. And that's what we'll layer it over the top. And let's go ahead and stamp this. We have our Easter Blessings stamp set. I've gone ahead and it does come as a wood mount, but I turned mine into a clear mount option, and I do have a video on that if you're interested. I'll put maybe I can put the link on my YouTube channel. So I've just inked this stamp up with black StazOn, and I'm just going to center it into this piece of paper, give it a nice firm straight down push, and it's ready to go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to watercolor it. So I have my Old Olive ink pad and my Tangerine Tango ink pad, and I'm just going to give it a nice little push. I'm squeezing the cover onto the pad beneath. And so here we are, fresh ink ready to color onto our image. So I have an aqua pen or an aqua painter from Stampin' Up. They come 2 to a pack, and I'm using the smaller of the 2. And I just reached in and I grabbed a little bit of Tangerine Tango on that tip, and I'm just going to fill in these tulips. And then what I do is once it's dried a little, I'll grab a little more color and I'll just dot on some color to give those hues a little bit of variation. And then of course, when you're changing colors, you need to squeeze out a little bit of the water and just make sure that before you switch colors that it is running a little bit clear. And now it's running clear, so I'm ready to move on to the Old Olive. And again, I just brush it on here like this. And then I'll go back in with, grab a little bit more color, and then just add some depth to it. And I know you didn't want to see me color this whole thing, so I have one already colored that I'm going to bring into the picture right now, and it is right here. So that one is ready to go. And then we have our panel, and we have a strip of 7/8 inch natural cotton ribbon from Stampin' Up, and it's, did I say it's 9 inches? I think I did. And we're just going to wrap that around our base panel, and we will use a little Scotch tape to adhere that down. And I will get this ready here in a jiffy. And now all we need to do is glue this on. So we can go ahead and do that. And again, I'm just using the multi-purpose liquid glue. And we just set that right on. And with the glue, we can wiggle it into place to make sure that all of our edges are nice and even. And then we just have to put it on our card. So I have one ready to go that already has the dimensionals on it. I put 5 dimensionals on it. And we're just going to set it down here in the lower right hand corner, and I'm looking to make sure that I have both the bottom and this right edge about the same distance. And then I'll take my Stampin' Up! Craft scissors, which I use for my ribbon scissors, and I'm just going to trim this cotton ribbon so that it is even with the edges of the card, but has a nice little flippy peak. Gives it a little bit of interest. And the card is complete. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day and thanks so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.